And here we are. Uh-oh. Debriana. Uh-oh, frozen. Frozen.
Close. Cancel. Oh shit. What is that? Cancel.
Hi.
Are you there?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear and see you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I can't hear you. Can you go out and come back in?
Yes.
Oh no, wait. Did you talk again?
Hi. Can you
Okay. I can hear you now.
Okay.
Okay, wow. I can see you. Okay.
Hello. I don't know what happened. That was very strange.
Hi, everybody. I have no idea what happened.
Hi, everybody.
Here, I'm going to play it just because why not?
It's cute in the middle.
I don't know what happened.
Things are wacky sometimes.
That was weird. Well, MSNBC went completely blank tonight. This is the third weird thing that's happened on my computer in the last little while. I don't know. Anyway, glad to see everybody.
Glad you stuck with us. Thank you.
Hi. Yeah, I'm going to blame it on the weather.
Blame it on the weather.
I wish we had some weather, to tell you the truth.
Okay, it rained like 2 drops and then stopped.
I know. Jamie said it was a monsoon at her house. So I don't know what happened, but anyway.
It's hot. And California's on fire right now.
Is it really? Oh, I didn't see that.
Well, not like fires, but just like, you know, the Central Valley and the coast is like 109, where one of my sisters lives, and like Palm Springs, like 110. Even San Francisco is in the 90s. I mean,
okay, I'm not going to complain. It's not that bad.
We're not that bad, but it's dry.
Yeah, but it's warm. Yeah. Well, I'm going to plug my husband's new little book. My husband made a book. It's called Wear a Mask. It's an adult coloring book. I won't show you the inside.
Make sure the kids are in another room right now.
Yeah, but you can find it on his Facebook page, right?
Yeah.
David Forlano. So it's a fun little book just for, you know, people that want to have a little release and color things. I'm not a coloring girl, but people are.
Some people are. They're super into it. It's fun. It's very zen. It's very zen.
Mm-hmm.
Out.
Yeah. So there's that. And then I have a couple of things to talk about tonight. Okay. Tonight's the Democratic Convention. I'm taping it.
Time's ticking away.
Michelle Obama tonight. That's going to be cool.
That'll be great. I can't wait.
Yeah, me too. So there's a couple of things, though, I found out about today. One is a site called 5calls.org. And if you go there, it gives you a script of how to contact your senators and talk about certain issues, one of them being the post office. So it's a super fast way, super easy way to make your voice heard. So I totally recommend that.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, it's really amazingly easy. So
a lot of people I find don't do the call thing. Like I do it and I take out my frustrations So I like to do it, but
Yep.
a lot of people are nervous or don't want to do it or don't know how. And so that's a great idea for, if you're unsure.
Yeah, it's super easy. It's you can make the calls very quickly. I think it's a great tool. So I highly recommend that, especially if it's hard for you to get on the phone or make a call, or I know it's hard for some people. And the other thing is NBC just started this thing called Plan Your Vote. So if you Google that, Plan Your Vote, and the NBC site will come up, and it tells you everything you need to know. If you just click on your state, all the rules around voting, like when the deadlines are, all that stuff. So I definitely, yeah.
Bravo, NBC, my former employer.
Aha. Remember when we had jobs? I remember working.
I would really love to be working right now. I just wanted to let you know something. So, hey, everybody, if you go to Google and you write in Corona Kitchen YouTube, guess what happens? We are the first in the list, everyone.
That's awesome.
We made the Google top of the top.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
I know, I couldn't believe it. I was like,
wow.
What? Yeah.
Well, we're moving up in the world. I mean, I don't know, is this show 140? Something like that.
Who started counting? I'm finally back down to earth after my cleanse. I feel so good. But I am starving. I can't wait to eat dinner tonight. I can't wait to eat.
Oh my God, I know. Okay, here, full confession. I have never made this dish.
Okay.
But how can it be bad? It's mushrooms, white wine, sun-dried tomatoes. I mean, all of it's all good stuff.
Sounds good.
My friend swears that it mimics scallops, so I'm trying it.
I really commend you. I'm so happy to see this. I want to really see if it's good. I bet it will be.
All right. So let me go get one thing. I'll be right back.
Okay. She left me.
I don't have to go far. Okay. So I bought you need these mushrooms called king oyster mushrooms.
Okay.
This was the package they came in. I went to the Asian grocery store. They look kind of like this.
Okay.
They have big, thick stems. This one's a little one. I cut the rest of them up because they have to soak, but these are the tops. They're big. They look like cartoon mushrooms. They're really cool.
But they're the right size to be a scallop. Are you going to cut them like in the exact same size of a scallop?
Well, sort of. Okay, so I have the stems soaking. They said for 1 to 2 hours, so I'm soaking them. Soak your hands in it, Madge. Remember that commercial?
What are you soaking it in?
She's
soaking in it.
See, these are the mushroom stems.
Yeah.
The recipe said to soak them in hot water.
Oh.
I did not. I soaked them in vegetable stock because I just got one of these instant ones. Because I couldn't find my favorite one yesterday when I went out. So I got this one called Organic Broth Concentrate.
I've used that before. It's good.
And I soaked it in that. These have been soaking for about an hour and a half. My favorite vegetable stock on earth is this one. Better Than Bouillon. And it's organic, and I had to get it at Whole Foods. They were out of it at every place else. But Better Than Bouillon is the best quick stock in a jar. Whether you get the mushroom flavor, they have beef and chicken, and it is my go-to for everything.
And Debriana, it's better than bouillon.
It's better than bouillon. And they're all organic. I mean, you can get them all organic. The beef, the chicken, all of it. Awesome. So when I make rice or anything like that, I make it in stock, and this is what I use. It's much better. Okay, so you're soaking them in vegetable stock. How long? These are soaking now for, it says 1 to 2 hours. So this is kind of in between 1 to 2 hours. It's almost 2 by the time. Okay. By the time I do that. Yeah. So the other thing I'm going to use are these rice sticks for my noodles. So they're gluten-free. I love clear cellophane noodles. And when I shop for them at the market, I always read the directions because they can have to soak anywhere from like 10 minutes to an hour. These only have to soak 6 to 8 minutes.
Great. Perfect for the show.
Yeah. So I'm going to take these out of here now. And I'm going to put them in the pan. And I have my you know, the one that's nonstick.
Right.
I'm not going to use this broth. I'm actually going to make a little more broth. That one's just the soaking liquid. There it is. That one's just the soaking liquid.
So you're using a skillet. You're putting them in a skillet.
Yeah, in a skillet. And now they're going to also go in the skillet for a while until they soak up some more of this broth.
Okay.
So I'm making some.
It kind of makes sense. It makes sense because mushrooms are pretty flavorless until you for them.
Yep.
As we have said many times.
Yes, indeed. This is the flavor. And you know, this broth is so easy and it really flavors things. It's a really super ingredient. So, I mean, if I had made vegetable broth, but you know me, I save everything. So there's bones in it.
Right. It wouldn't be vegan now, would it?
No, it would not. As I said, so I'm gonna add I don't know, about a cup in here because I'm gonna need some more for later. Maybe a cup. That's probably a cup and a half, and about a half a cup of wine.
Yeah, I can't wait to cook. I feel like I've had my hands tied behind my back.
Yeah. Well, you kind of have. So now I'm going to let those kind of absorb. This is over medium-high heat. And I'm going to let them absorb more of this liquid. Ta-da! Now, while that's happening, I will soak my noodles. So I don't know if you guys have ever used these noodles. I love them.
Rice sticks.
They're called rice sticks, and you can get them at.
I've never used them before.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, they're awesome. Well, you know, when you go and you get like pad thai at the, you know, at a restaurant, or restaurant? You know, they're these kind of noodles.
They're Thai noodles.
Well, they're all different sizes. Like these are kind of like I'd say fettuccine style.
Okay.
But I'll show you. I have other ones.
So
if anybody came in here and saw how many noodles I have, they'd say, "What is wrong with you?" So these are different. These are much wider. Okay. This is like what you would have like a pad thai with.
Okay.
And then there's some that are super thin. Like I think I have some up here. Yeah. These, if you can see them when I get them out, are like spaghetti.
Okay.
So they just have to be soaked though. And then they get soft.
Right. It's not like Italian pasta noodles, egg noodles.
No. So you don't actually cook them. You just soak them. And when you'll see them when they're done.
That's hot water that you're putting on?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. People are asking about the cleanse. I will give the short answer because Brianna's cooking right now and I don't want to offend anyone. So it's over. It ended this morning. I woke up joyous. I had a smoothie for breakfast with coconut milk, and I was so happy. It was a huge success. I highly recommend doing that in your life if you've never done it. I try to do it like every 5 years. It's just a great reset button to your systems and your organs. I can only do it for a week because I like to cook too much, and I love salt and lemon and things like that. So all the acids. But I feel great. So thank you for asking. And then another person right now is asking, did you go to Asian market in Albuquerque? Yes, she went to Thailand in Albuquerque.
Yes, I did. I went to Thailand where I found snake heads in a jar.
While I was going on the cleanse, she texted them to me, and I wanted to vomit.
I was like, want some? I'm telling you that it was, I was walking through the aisle and I went, what is that? And at first I thought it was eel, which I would have not been surprised at.
Right.
But then I looked closer and it said snake heads, malted snake heads. Oh no.
Wow, man, that's just that's where I draw the line.
That was way over my head, I have to say.
I have eaten eel before many times, and sushi.
Oh, I can't eat eel. Ugh.
I like it in sushi. It's great. If you have.
Well, I think what happened to me was when I was married very young, and we were living in New York. And we used to eat at a lot of Asian restaurants because we were vegetarian then, but would eat fish. So we went to this one place that we used to love a lot, and my husband at the time ordered the eel, and he was sitting next to me at the table. We were a bunch of people, and the bowl came to him, and they were sliced in slivers, so it looked like a bowl of worms. And I was like, oh my God. I still can't even sit next to you and watch you eat that.
Some things are hard to eat when they resemble the real thing.
Well, especially when you walk into those Chinese restaurants and they have the eel floating around in the fish tank.
You know, I kind of don't mind that, and I have had the most amazing eel. But yeah, it's hard to see the animal. I mean, you know, I love how we're talking about this on the vegan night.
Right.
So this is where our minds go. Well, we wanted to ask everybody, you know, what would you think if we did a meatless Monday? If Mondays were vegetarian or vegan, would you like to see those kind of recipes? Because we could do that.
We could definitely do that. I mean, vegan I wasn't. Vegetarian I was for many years.
Yeah.
So
but it's interesting when you give up that stuff. I have to say, all of us should give our organs a break at some point in our lives, because you know it takes a toll to have certain things for years. You know, and you don't ever take a break to just flush out the toxins. But man, am I ready to eat butter?
Well, here's the thing about the butter that I'm gonna kind of explain to you right now, because I'm not vegan. But if you are, this, I don't know if you've tried this.
Now you have told me about this, and I'm gonna have to try it. Yeah,
it is so good.
Okay.
I am, however, going to use real butter in my vegan dinner.
Uh-oh, wait a minute.
I'm cheating, but you can use that if you want.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, everybody we can't possibly know everybody's food things, because everyone these days has so many, you know, conditions and stipulations to their own personal body. So you just take the recipe and cater it to how it works for you, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. So, you know, for me, I'm fine with vegetarian. So now I am getting out all the stuff that I'm going to use in just a little while, as soon as that.
Oh, I love sun-dried tomatoes.
I just got this beautiful jar of them at Talin, because our market, if you don't live here, I can tell you about it. They have food from all over the world. So each of the aisles has food from, they label it Hong Kong, Cairo, it's Italy, New Orleans, like all these specialty food places.
If
And
you
they
love
have
food, it's
so
so
much
fun.
stuff. It's so fun. I totally get lost in there. Hence the snake head jar.
She got lost in a certain aisle of snake heads.
I don't know what aisle that was, whether that was Korea.
Snake head cleanup on aisle 6. Gabriella, what did you do?
I was thinking because it was on the weekend and we're now not working these shows. We're running reruns on the weekend. I said to David, maybe you should have just had me go on live for a minute while I was looking at the fish heads. And then I thought, you know that one, that gif of the scared like prairie dog? It's like, it could have been me.
Completely. You could have made your own gift. You could have made your own coronakitchen gift right there.
Right there. I was like, oh my God, this is so freaking me
out. Someone's asking, Gabriana, do you make your own sun-dried tomatoes?
I do. And I have.
They're surprised. They're surprised you're getting it out of a jar.
I understand why you might be surprised about that. My tomatoes are not ready to, be sun-dried yet. It takes a while to do all that stuff.
There's your answer.
Yes. So these are absorbing. They seem to be absorbing nicely. And now I will show you the noodles.
They look like marshmallows to me right now.
They kind of do. Okay, so you can see these. It's still, the water's a little hot, but you can see them. I don't know. You can see them getting.
They're puffing up. They're puffing up.
Yeah. And they're not clear anymore.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Those look good.
Yeah, so they'll be good. So that's great if you're gluten-free. Those noodles are awesome. I also got some that were at the store that were made from sweet potato.
Really?
So if you don't want to have rice, they make those kind of noodles, dried noodles out of sweet potato.
Wow.
Super cool. So
same company? Is it the same company?
Yeah, there's a bunch of different Asian noodle companies for sure. But like I said, I generally read the label so that I know when I'm going to make it for dinner, if I need to soak it for an hour or for 10 minutes. You just need to know that part. So you're not like all of a sudden ready for the noodles and you're like, oh no, we have to soak for an hour.
Yeah, that's not going to work.
No, that's exact. So these are shrinking up a little bit, but they're still, the stems were pretty thick. I don't know if you can tell that by looking at them. Wow. See, they're scallopy like, aren't they?
They're turning into scallops before our eyes.
They are. So they're saying it should like absorb the liquid.
Okay.
So that's what it's doing now.
Like a
I'm going to add a little fennel to it. This is what I did with my fennel. I don't know if I showed you this, but Trader Joe's has that salt grinder. I finished the salt and I put my fennel seeds in it.
Wow. I didn't know it was reusable. I just thought that was a recycling.
Oh, yeah. And I love grinding fennel because it really helps release the flavor more than if you just put the whole seed in there.
Okay.
So I like the flavor of fennel, so I added it. I think I might add a tiny bit of garlic to this right now.
I was wondering if you were going to do garlic.
Yeah, there's garlic chopped up. I'm going to make that for sure with the sauce in just a second, but I think I want to add some to this liquid. Being as how I never made this recipe before, I'm kind of figuring it out on the fly. But my friend Craig, who came over the other day, swore by it. He said, I have a great recipe for fake scallops. I'm like, what?
That's great.
So, yeah, I mean, I don't know a lot about food manipulation. I know some because I did it when I was vegetarian. with tempeh and seitan and that kind of stuff. But not a lot was really knowable for home chefs then. But I do know that a lot of the Asian restaurants that I went to in New York really manipulated food. Like you would order shrimp at the Vegetarian Paradise, and it was totally made out of some kind of soy thing, and it tasted just like shrimp, and it felt like shrimp in your mouth, but it wasn't. And so, but I don't know all those tricks, so I was really interested to try this because that it always fascinated me. I loved going there.
I wondered if this restaurant still exists. I think it's in San Francisco when I lived there years ago. I think it's called Veggie Food, and it was an Asian restaurant, like you're saying, and everything was vegetarian, and they had the same thing: shrimp, chicken, beef, everything flavored and tasting exactly like the meats, but not meat, and it was genius and so good.
But I think that kind of manipulation, I don't know if it's as easy for a home chef to do that.
Yeah.
Because some of it involves like super pressing things really hard, and I don't know if we have that kind of stuff in our kitchens. I don't know, but some of it was shaved like super like thin sheets of stuff, and if you don't have the right kind of machine to slice things really thin, I don't think you can achieve what they achieve at the restaurant.
And I also think we ferment things, and like there's so many processes to do. But now there's so much available to the public that there wasn't 20 years ago, you know.
Right. Yeah, so that's why I was very interested in doing this. He said it was delicious, and I thought, how wrong could you go? It's mushrooms. I like mushrooms. Yeah.
It's a great
so I was thrilled they had them.
We have a lot of vegan watchers, viewers, and members of the Facebook group that are whether they're vegetarian, vegan, and they're people too.
Okay, so this is getting pretty well down there. So it's just about ready. So I'm going to add my shallots right now.
It kind of looks like hearts of palm too.
Yeah, it kind of does. I agree. So I have a couple of cloves of garlic, one pretty big shallot. And if you were going to be a vegan about it, you could add the vegan butter. I am not. I'm going to add real butter. Well, cow butter. I guess it's all real. It's cow butter. About 2 tablespoons is what I have in here.
Wow.
And this is going to, what I want to achieve now is I want to saute the garlic and shallots, and I want to kind of try and get a brown crispiness on like the edges of these scallops.
Which would happen if you had real scallops, you would get that.
Yeah. That's what the point of this right now is.
Okay.
So I think it looks like that's why I like this pan. This pan gets super hot, and even though it's non-stick, it's one of those pans that will actually brown things. Some of the non-stick pans won't do that.
It will sear the scallops.
Yeah. The scallops, such as they are. The thing was too, like I stopped eating a lot of fish we stopped eating a lot of fish in general because after what was it? Not when the nuclear power plant blew in Japan.
Fukushima.
Fukushima. I stopped eating a lot of fish after that because they realized the fish was contaminated all over the world.
That was a bummer.
Yeah, totally. Oh, look at how pretty. Look, getting brown.
Oh my God, they really are looking like the real deal. Wow.
Very scallopy.
And I love mushrooms. I bet that's going to be tasty.
Yeah, I think so. So they're getting there. And you just want to be careful, I think, at this point to not burn the garlic or the shallots.
Okay.
While you're letting this brown. So I'm going to turn the heat down just a little bit. These pans get pretty hot. That's why I like them. Okay, they look just about there. And while this is going in just a few more minutes, I'm going to check my noodles.
That's beautiful.
Oh yeah, see, these are done now. Cooked. So
cooked, you don't have to cook them. That's
no. So what I'm going to do is, put them in here in just a minute.
Ah, okay.
In this pan. So would you mind draining those for me? So what I think I'm going to do is move these out of here into another pan. So I think they're just about there. As soon as he brings me back. I'm kind of keeping an eye on the garlic and the onions, or the shallots right now. So that was vegetable broth and white wine in there.
Yum! That's what you would do with mushrooms anyway.
Yeah, totally.
And scallops, quite frankly.
Yep. Okay, so now I'm gonna hang on just one sec. Leave it over there. I'm adding back about a cup of stock and about a quarter cup of wine. And I'm going to add my chopped sun-dried tomatoes in there. And then I'm going to add these noodles and let that whole thing, let these noodles kind of absorb this sauce as they cook for, I'm going to probably want to reduce it to about half-ish.
That looks good, Deborah.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good. I mean, I can read a recipe and tell if it's going to be good, so I wasn't totally flying blind. As they say. And then I have parsley. Yes, the parsley is from my garden. And I'm going to give that a rough chop right now.
You're going to have to do a taste test. We're going to have to see somebody eat this.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so here's the other find I have for vegans and people who are watching their cheese intake. This rice cheese. And it's an Italian brand. And it's delicious.
Did you get that in Talent too?
No, yes I did. Actually, yes I did. And I'm going to grate that on the top of this dish when it's done.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So that's my story. Oh, look, here's my cat.
Oh my God. Hello.
That's Walnut.
Hi. Oh my goodness.
That's my baby Walnut.
Oh, cute.
He's a cutie. So I think I will serve that up. I'll put the scallops on top and fresh parsley and some cheese, such as it is. And that's going to be our dinner. But before you guys go, oh my God. That's A, delicious, and B, feels like a scallop. Taste one, host. Don't step on the counter. Wow, that's delicious.
I'm going to try that.
Show your face. Show your face in there.
Very good. Amazing.
The texture is
everything
about it is scallopy, except for it's not a scallop.
That's incredible.
Wow.
You did it. I had
So-
faith. I knew you were going to do it. I knew you would do it.
Now, of course, if you had regular pasta, it would be just like, you know, scallops with white wine on pasta.
Yeah.
But I decided to use these rice noodles because I love them. Yum, you guys. I totally endorse this recipe now.
That's great.
Yeah.
I can make that for my children.
Yes, I think your children will love you. The thing is, you have to be able to get these mushrooms. So they're either called king oyster or those were called trumpet, but it's the same thing.
Trumpet.
Oh no! No. So yeah, that's what this is what they look like again.
Okay.
They look like a cartoon.
I know, it's like Alice in Wonderland's gonna sit underneath there.
King trumpet or king oyster. That's what it is.
Great.
So I'm psyched for you guys to try this recipe. It's awesome.
Glad to hear it. Had full faith you could do it.
Yay, thank you. Woohoo! So have a good Democratic convention night. Yeah, Michelle Obama. And Friday we have a very cool guest coming on to do our mocktail night.
It's gonna be great. A real
great. I'm really excited. So that's coming. And
tonight the runners up will be revealed tonight.
Oh, yes, that's right. Runners up night.
And we want to say congrats to Susan Brooks for your amazing pink pearl apple. It was incredible.
That was we were like, hands down, that picture is gorgeous. And I don't think I've ever had a pink apple.
Wouldn't you like to have one? I wish
now I really want one.
Try it.
Now I really want one. So, okay, kids, I will post a picture and the recipe.
Yeah, you did it.
Yay, thank you. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Have a great evening.
Yeah, you too. Yeah, everybody stay safe. Wear a mask.
Wash your hands.
Protect your neighbors and friends. Stay safe. We love all you guys. Buy us a cup of coffee.
Yes, please. KOFI.com.
KOFI.com.